Surprise, motherfucker! What's up? This is your friendly neighborhood Venger Satanis. This is my second attempt because I accidentally touched the other side of the phone and everything went to shit. So this is attempt number 2. All right, let me show you what I got. All right, this is Pulp-Drenched Cities of Chult. Everything you wanted to know about where people live, dream, and struggle to survive beneath fuchsia skies, but we're afraid to ask. All right, I'm already at, where's my finger? Boop. $481, 12 backers, 29 days to go because I just launched it like, I don't know, an hour and a half ago. Okay, without touching the screen. Boop, 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 boop. So what is this? This is my attempt to kind of use this, Zach S's Bornheim, but do it my own way, which is to say completely differently, and do it for Chult. It is specific to Chult, but you can use and borrow all the things for your own cities, especially if it comes into like some sort of desert world, but also underground. And there's also going to be some sci-fi and cyberpunk stuff, settlements and cities and nomadic tribes living in tents in the desert as well. So lots of stuff. We'll see. I'm asking for $10,000 just so I can include as much art as possible and to cover, all the costs like layout and everything's going up, right? It has been since about 4 years ago. And I really want to do this special. And the stretch goal, if we get to 15,000, it's going to be somewhere between this and the other Chult books. Like this. Not as giant as this is, but a professionally printed hardcover book that will also be signed and numbered. I don't know if we'll get to 15,000, given how things have been going for me and Cortales Publishing and my end of the economic struggle via RPGs. Probably not, but I am hopeful. And I think we can at least get to 10,000. That would be nice. The artwork that you can see right here, that's just kind of like a blurb. If you go down here, you can see the whole thing. Yeah, that is awesome. And that was like, I don't know, I want to say somewhere between $700 and $800. So, and I'm shooting for 111 pages. So you can see, things add up. The layout is gonna be pricey, and I'm gonna include some maps. So my own maps. Here we go. That's a snippet, and then down here you can see that. Also, when you get a physical copy, you get a free Chult hardcover as well. Because my wife really, really, really needs those boxes of Chult books that have not yet sold out of the basement. So, yeah, help me make this happen. It's going to be a really cool project because who doesn't want to set adventures, one-shots, maybe entire campaigns within the city limits of Agrabah, Pradumac, Kadath, Gillette, Under the Dome, in Dome City. And you can make your own. With just a few rolls, you can create an entire community with its own culture and details and weird, cool, gonzo things about it. And yeah, very easy, very usable. One thing that I'm going to set my mind to and stick to is if I have something cool going on, like let's say Chalt, particular Chalt City has its own like call to prayer, sort of like a chant, kind of like the Muslim prayer type thing. Um, I don't want to just have a couple of paragraphs of like, oh yeah, this exists. Moving on, I want to have some section in pretty much anything that I'm talking about at any kind of length, besides just like a line or two in a random table, of how is this gameable. I want the GM to know that I am going to provide something specific for how to include this in the game and have the PCs interact with it in some way. So it's not just like Game Master describes, like, oh yeah, someone is on a hill and they've got like some sort of animal horn and they're like, fuchsia skies are awesome, Zoth is the best, or whatever. Calling people to prayer in the city, and then the PCs are like, okay, cool. I guess we're gonna make our way to the cantina now. That awesome detail is just kind of like seemingly left on the cutting room floor. Like it doesn't really, besides adding some local color, doesn't have anything to do with them. But what if I included something like, if the adventurers don't do something, make some gesture or kneel or start praying or look like they're on their way to a temple or something like that, then maybe they get stoned. Or maybe someone takes out like a ceremonial dagger and cuts them so they can bleed for the great old ones or the new gods or whatever. That little detail right there, I think, is what elevates some mainstream Wizards of the Coast, just kind of slopware product from something that I want to be part of, which is something that gears the content for the GM and for the players and for your campaign or one shot or whatever. It's ready for table use. You could just glance at it and be like, oh, okay, that's something I can include quick, either when you're doing your prep or if you have a couple extra seconds in the moment at the table, like while you're playing. Like if a game master has read through the book, then you glance at that and then you're like, oh yeah, I could, that's like a whole encounter that I could do. A couple of guys dressed in robes go up to the PCs and, demand that they pray alongside them or else there's going to be consequences. And then, boom, you automatically have drama and conflict and everything that goes into gaming and adventure. So that's just a quick example right there. I hope you will back this project. Again, it is Pulp-Drenched Cities of Chult. And, looks like we've got a little bit more money, a few more backers. Please tell everybody. Please. Tell your friends. Let it be known. I'm going to tell people, of course, but I've only got this YouTube channel and my blog and a presence on social media. It only gets me so far. If you can tell other people and broadcast the news on, I don't know, your own YouTube channel, X account, or Facebook, or dear God, Reddit, or wherever, Discord, I don't know, that would be awesome, because then other people will see it, and maybe they'll want to back it too, and then maybe we can get, like, a cool, bespoke as fuck, like hardcover, like this, and like the Chult books. I probably won't use this size, just because It looks, it feels cool, but then when you open it up, you're like, I don't know, everything's just kind of like crammed in. I like breathing room, so it's probably gonna be like a standard 8.5 by 11 size book, but not as giant as the Chult books. Like I've said, I'm gonna aim for 111 pages. Maybe it'll be 120, 130. I don't know. If you have questions, please ask. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.